Problem 13, trinomial factored down into the product of two binomials. So we look at the back number because two numbers got multiplied together to give us 100, and that's going to be the clue. So we look here and we say, hey, what multiplied together to give us 100? Could have been 1 times 100, 2 times what? 50, 3 times nothing, 4 times 25, I think, quarters, then 5 times 20, 6 times nothing, 7 times the next thing is going to be 10 times 10. So it's one of those 5 pairs. It has to be. Now, since it's an addition, that means either both pieces had to be positive or they both could have been negative. It could have been a negative times negative because negative times negative gives you a positive. Since this piece, when we put them together, it says it's got to be a negative 29, that tells me they're both negative. So these together would have given me a negative 101. I don't want that. These would have given me a negative 52 put together. These would have given me a negative 29, which ding, 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 that's what we want. So it's going to be an x minus 4, x minus 25. Both those pieces were negative. Negative 4 times negative 25 gives you the 100. And notice the inner would be minus 4x, the outer would be minus 25x, and that gives you minus 29x in the middle. Next one, 14, much easier to deal with than that 100. 1 and 14, 2 times 7. Now it is a negative, which means one of the pieces is negative, one is positive. Since one of them is negative, we basically are subtracting one of them. So we need to look at the difference. The difference here is 13. You and I can create a positive or negative 13. Difference here is 5. We can create a negative or positive 5. What do you want to create? Positive 5. So this is the guy we're going to use, a 2 and a 7. Since we want to gain 5, we need the gain to be on the bigger number and the negative to be on the smaller. That way we're gaining 5 instead of losing 5. So this breaks to an x minus 2 times an x plus 7. One more problem. As soon as I see this, I'm like, hey, there's a number in front of x squared. I need to see if I can factor out a greatest common factor. And yes, I can factor out a 5. They all can be divisible by 5, 5, 5, and 100. So I'll factor out a 5. I get x squared plus an x minus a what, 20? Okay, so this is much simpler. Now I just need to look at the factors of 20. Now it is negative, so one's positive and one is negative. 1 and 20, 2 times 10, 3 times nothing, 4 times 5. Since one of them's negative, we're looking for the difference between them. Difference of 19, difference of 8, difference of 1. What do we want? We want a difference of 1, and we want it to be a plus 1. So we need to gain 1 more than we lose. That means the plus is on the 5, the negative's on the 4, because a positive 5 and a negative 4 will give me positive 1 when I put them together. So 5's on the outside. This breaks down to an x minus 4, x plus 5.